welcome back. So, amid growing pressure on the country's job market, new solutions are emerging to connect professionals with opportunities beyond local borders. So, Vibe Night, a virtual platform launching this April, aims to link local talent with remote careers in the U.S. We do have with us this morning CEO Amina Blake Foreman. Amina, good morning and thank you very much for joining us.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. Excited to be here.
Of course. Well, let's speak a little bit about Vibe Connections Limited firstly, before we get into a Vibe Night. And Amina, from what I'm seeing here, it sounds like a vibe. So please tell us.
Yes, absolutely. So Vibe Connections, Vibe stands for Virtual Internet-Based Employees, and we've been in business just about 4 years now, and we're really excited about what we're able to do for our fellow Trinidadians, just showcasing our talent, connecting them with job opportunities here in the U.S., and in that short 4-year stint, we're making moves. We just looked at the tally this morning. We've already paid over $20 million in salaries and hired 150 locals. So we just want to keep giving back to our country and allowing people to have the opportunity to work from the comforts of their own homes. And we want to share a little bit more about Vibe Night so people could know what Vibe Connections is about. And if they have talent that they're sitting on, they're hardworking, have administrative background, and they would like to be part of a growing Vibe family, we want them to learn about us so we can help them get employed.
All right. Sounds good, Amina. Well, I'm sure that people want to know, how do they get involved?
Yeah, so Vibe Night specifically, that's being launched. The first session is happening today. So that will be tonight from 7 p.m. to 7:30. And if you want to consider Vibe Night as really like a virtual career fair booth, right? So you typically go to a career fair, you'll stop by the booth, you'll get to learn about the company and what they're doing. We're a virtual company, so we will give you that experience from the comfort of your own home. So you can stop by tonight, register. We'll be hosting it once per month, where you get to learn a little bit about us. And then if you seem to fit the characteristics and qualities that we're looking for, from there, we'll encourage you to apply.
All right. What's the criteria?
Yeah, so we hire for several different roles, but overall, we're looking for administrative professionals. So if you do have administrative experience, if you're a marketing creative, if you have a sales background, because we do hire for inside sales professional, so if you're not afraid about being on the phone and making those sales calls, those are the people that we're looking for. And, typically we have different tiers of employment available. Ideally, as long as you have your high school graduate, you would qualify typically for our tier 1 range. If you have a bachelor's degree, a different tier, master's degree. So really all realms of experience and education will help you best understand where you would fit into our employment pool. But the most important thing is we need hardworking, committed, dedicated. This is not a side gig that I'm going to take on and I'm going to kind of do it half in, half out. It's really important that I share this because the Caribbean is not the first go-to place for virtual talent. You typically find them going to the Philippines, India, and we're making the mark. And the way you show up is going to create doors for others. So we want those professionals that are going to show up. They're going to treat this as a real job, a real career, and work hard for their clients. And in turn, will then unlock doors for them to continue hiring through us to get more fellow Trinidadians employed. So if you're hardworking, committed, dedicated, and have these administrative, marketing, or sales background, this job fair is for you.
So Amina, Amina, let me get this right, because this is sounding too good to be true. So I can stay home here in Trinidad, right? Yeah. There's the possibility of being employed by you and getting paid?
Yes, sir. And, and there are some other opportunities and platforms where people can work virtually, but there's no guarantee in terms of how you're getting paid. We're all set up on the local level with NIS and direct deposit and everything. So you don't have to worry about your income showing up into your bank account. And yes, You get to work from the comfort of your own home. No pants are required, right? Because you're working on Zoom all day long. So you have that opportunity. If you have to get your kids off the school bus or send your kids off to school and put that pot of pail out on during the day, yes, this is the opportunity for you. I know it sounds too good to be true, and all we need you to do is to show up and give your best and bring your talents and education and your professional background, and let's show the world how talented Trinities are.
Yeah. All right. So from what I'm seeing here, the recruitment drive last year, there was a staggering 110,000 applicants, and they vied for 20,000 positions. That's a lot of jobs, and a lot of opportunities, Amina.
Well, I think this metric that you're referring to is, what our local Trinidad government had kind of put forth once they came into power. And we can see that there's just so much less people that are getting employed versus what was put out there as, available employment opportunities. So Vibe, we're doing our small part as a blooming company, a birthing company to help in that way possible. And we had some partnerships that were in place with OJT that was working to come together, but we still haven't crossed the finish line yet. And the minute that happens, hopefully with the new administration, once things are up and running, we can get that finalized. That will just create even more opportunity for us to hire more people. So this is Vibe's way, our way of helping get as many people hired as possible, given the high level of unemployment right now.
Could you say how many jobs were secured by Trinidad and Tobago nationals during the last time you had an exercise such as this?
We're about 150 is what we've been able to secure thus far.
And these jobs, Amina, these are permanent jobs?
Yeah, so they do start off with us with a temporary contract because it is based with our clients, right? Our clients are committing to a contract. And but I would say for the most part, we've been able to retain about 95% of them. And even if the client has to cancel a contract because of whatever is happening in their business, as long as you're showing up as high quality talent, you now have more experience. So us getting you replaced is even so much easier. We're typically able to get you a new position before your 30 days expires, because the client has to give us 30 days notice before that 30 days expires with the client. So we have, and I have to say that the Vibe employees that we have, they are the best of the best. A few, you always have a few rotten apples in the bunch, but for the most part, they show up, they make us proud, they work hard, and they've been able to keep their jobs, and we've been able to at least reposition them if there was an unfortunate circumstance where the client had to cancel.
Yeah. If you'd allow me, Amina, because I think that earlier you would have spoken about such areas as marketing and other areas. For persons who may be maybe now joining us, what sort of, and if you could go a little deeper into these areas that you all are looking to recruit staff from Trinidad and Tobago?
Yeah, so we have several main corporate partnerships, and on the U.S. front, we're working to secure more partnerships. Our main partnership is in the real estate industry. So we are looking for administrative professionals, and we do a 30-day boot camp to help educate them and have them understand the CRMs, the documents that they'll be using. So even if you have strong administrative background, but you don't have real estate experience, you can still apply because we will help provide you with the real estate experience. Okay. And then on the marketing side, if you have experience with working with platforms like Canva, Adobe, Illustrator, those are CapCut for, a lot of our clients require social media, video editing, graphic design. If you have those backgrounds, that would help you get a leg up in the marketing type hires. And then for those who are in the sales background, if you've worked for a telemarketing company, if you've worked for a call center, and you have great enunciation, that's going to be extremely important for those roles, then those would be the type of the type of candidates we want coming to Vibe Night and going through camp.
Yeah. All right. So, Amina, and we do have your contact information there, and we do have the flyer there. But how can people who are looking at us right now tap into the Vibe Night? And you're saying is this evening, right?
This evening. So you go to VibeConnectionCareers.com. So Vibe Connections with an S, careers with an S.com, and that's where you scroll down a little bit and you will see exactly where you can go ahead and register for tonight's Zoom. And once we're filled, we'll create a wait list for the next one. So if you happen to not get into this one, just know that you'll be able to secure a spot in future, because we'll be doing these every month. So show up, let us know your talent, and we'll be excited to help you with your job placement.
Yeah. Amina, is there anything else you'd like to discuss before you leave us this morning?
No, I just want to say thank you to our team, Brent Zephyrin, Rashala Joseph, Candace Roberts. I have such an amazing team, boots on the ground in Trinidad, and they work tirelessly every day to help more trainees get employed. I just want to say thank you to them as well.
Yeah. Amina, thank you very much for speaking with us this morning. We do appreciate it. Bye for now, Amina.
Take care.
Okay, everybody. So we must go to a very short break, but we do have this inspirational quote for you. Sometimes we are tested not to expose our weaknesses, but to discover our strengths. What profound words there, boy. We're coming back, everybody.